Hello, everybody out there in live land. I'm a little bit early. I've started this thing a little bit early because I don't know what's going on, and so I thought if I start this stream early, then there may be some vague hope I'll be found, and you can listen to some of my poems should you wish to. It usually takes a while. I've just been insulted, so if we get people in the room, I'm just gonna chase them away, and they won't be allowed to drink any beer anymore or something. I don't know, but it's virtual. Drink as much beer as you want. I don't care. I really don't. And I, I hope you're having a nice Sunday, and I should just sit here waffling and just going on about all sorts of nonsense until I understand what's going on. Now, if you do know what's going on, then can I take this opportunity to ask you to tell me? Because I don't know what's going on at all. And it gets quite confusing sometimes. And I can see that I'm no longer alone in my confinement. I can see I've got three eyes staring at me. So that's good, but I don't know what kind of eyes they are. You could be mooning at me, couldn't you? I don't know. I don't know, do I? You could be doing anything. You could be doing all sorts of things behind the screen. Anyway, I'm excited because I'm nervous, and that's why I'm going all babbly. So I shall just calm down. I shall have a sip of my cordial. Thank you, and try to continue in some manner of normality. And I'm here actually because Tony, I don't know, because Tony wasn't able to join us. He's got a sore throat, and he, he wanted to do the show, but he couldn't because of his sore throat. So I've been thrown in at the last end as the as the last option. So I'm starting the show with an apology to you. And maybe I'll get a bit more serious when I read. And I'll shut up and I'll read now. I'll read you a poem because that's why you're here, isn't it? And this is called Oh How They Roam. You spend in the trillions, we die in our millions. Your arms are not made for a cuddle. We are crushed beneath wheels that are made from cold steel. Tanks are never built to listen. Poison gas drifts from your lies as you manage your spies on a battlefield next door to Lidl's. And jets scream overhead, and from the tube we are fed the hospital rubble and the glorious dead. Why must it be us that has to take the thrust of your spear so cruelly driven? We turn countries to dust, they are commodities to bust, assets stripped and useless. And when we have gone, we leave nothing but the burn, scorched black ashes where once stood homes. Third world and third class, dirty and useless, trying to survive on the rubbish that we just dump, and we send aid for the pain, for the bombs that just rain, but not a single blotch, a clean conscience, a balanced balance sheet. It all looks good on paper. It is if you're spared your eyes to see. I'm sorry, that was very badly read, that one. It's because I'm in a bit of a state, you know. Everything I'm reading at the moment is just real mega bad news. Not just a bit of bad news, but mega bad news for so many people. And it upsets me so much. It really does. And so we do things like this, and we try and raise a bit of money and try and make things a bit better, don't we? So this is the next one. This one's called You and I. You drink from the finest crystal. I swill from a broken mug. You fire your shiny missiles. I lose myself in drugs. You throw us in the gutter. I would house the poor. You cruise on a luxury liner. I am sent to foreign wars. All for one and all for you, the hungry children weep. All for one and all for you, you psychopathic creeps. You stand on all the people. I stand for what you're not. You want us for our labour, but I'm too ill to work. You smoke the finest crystals. I hunt the street for butts. You send the police to hit us, and I bleed from the government cuts. All for one and all for you, the hungry children weep. All for one and all for you, you psychopathic creeps. You steal the ground beneath us. I see your bloody way. You hide behind your violence. I fall in the light of day. You are born to privilege. I am born to rage. You just want to divide us. I take the harder way. All for one and all for you, the hungry children weep. All for one and all for you, you psychopathic creeps. You want wars of razors. I want an open love. You hate all the hippies. I want blue sky doves. You don't want to see me. I can't stand the things you do. You feed us endless bullshit, so I spit it back at you. Mr. Johnson and your Conservative Party and Mr. Trump, just all go get fucked. Thank you. Nicer one this one. It's a nice one now. I'm beginning to calm down. This one's about the earth and how we destroy it, really. But the beauty that the earth has is immense. The earth, she is mother. The earth, she is queen. The earth, she is royal. The earth, she is clean. We dump and drop, we burn and scorch, we tear and rip, we kill for sport. Her trees, they breathe life. Her waters, they run pure. Her seasons, they have reasons. Her sunrise, it is sure. We take and take and take and take and take and take some more. Her animals are a wonder. Her worms and her mini beasts. Her ring-tailed lemurs. Her parrots and her parakeets. We live for oil, we grab all the riches, we pollute the soil, we kill all the fishes. Her oceans they burst full, her feast it is shared, her plankton and her herring, her seagulls and her terns. We burn the air we breathe, we pump out poison and waste we leave. Her ice caps are shining, her glare of freezing sun, her arctic hare is running, her arctic fox has come. We want it all, our greed won't stop, we want it now, well go to hell. Her plants are healing, her plants are care, her plants are beauty and her plants are rare. The earth, she is mother, we are light years away, we can do no more damage, we lost our way. The earth, she is mother. The earth, she is queen. The earth, she is royal. The earth, she is clean. 5 minutes. I've got another 25 minutes of this. Can you cope with 25 more minutes of me? I think it's going to be a struggle. Right, more cordial. That seemed to calm me down last time. Good health, everybody. Good health. Just what you want for a Sunday evening, watching someone drink their cordial, isn't it? Oh, Black Marauder, nice. Right, this fucking hell. This one's called Dum Dum, and it's about war. Well, yeah, it's about war, and it's about selling arms and arms dealing, and you know. Oh, it's a horrible mess. It's all a horrible bloody mess. And we're selling weapons to Saudi Arabia again. I don't suppose we even stopped, actually, to be honest, during this pandemic. And now we're selling weapons to Saudi Arabia again, so they can go and bomb Yemen some more. And we're training the pilots that do it. It's a pandemic. God, what's wrong with these people? They're just monsters. and it all goes through my head, and I've tried to write it down. And this one's called Dum Dum. Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Syria, Croatia, Pakistan, Chechnya, Korea, Kurdistan, so many wars. Make billions by bombing, sell the weapons, keep 'em coming, hand out the ammo, just £1 a go. There's collateral to calculate, a $sign above your head. There's mountains of rotting dead that are worthless alive. Another show selling death, accounting books getting fat, holidays win automatic guns and poison gas wins a car. Napalm's a winning choice, there's phosphorus to set it off, buy it in bulk and get 10% off. The ships and the planes they stink, the submarines with retrofit, but they come with the newest new gadgets that kill. Wet jobs and special ops, we have the skills, we have the lot. Thrown to the dogs and then crushed by the plan. Boots crunching on the ground, get a pair, they're £20. Times that by thousands, now we're getting somewhere. I sell the armaments, I do my job with a lot of love. I love the money and the power I crave. I sell to anyone, despots and governments. Their war's not my war. I really don't care. Triumph, that one, absolute triumph. Tour de force, tour de force. I feel like a bumbling Johnson now, but I'm glad I'm not one. I'll have the nice bits, he can fuck off and have all the horrible bits. I don't like that fella. I never did. And you can see how Weasels gets into power now, can't you? And it all goes tits up. How did that little fellow with the funny moustache in Germany manage it? Well, this is how it happens. Back door, round the side, underneath, knock a few people off, do them over, bang them up, and get your seat warm in number 10. Meanwhile, other people are doing other things, like caring for each other. And that's the better thing to do, in my opinion. Let's just stop all this nonsense and just start caring for each other. You know, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be you don't have to marry them. Just be okay. Just not want to hurt them. And don't sell them guns or anything like that. This one's called Susie Solicit. It's a serious one. I'll try not to laugh, I promise. But I don't know what's wrong with me today. They call her Susie Solicit. That's her working name. She walks the streets for a living. To her, it's not a game. Syphilis or HIV, Hep B or maybe A, chlamydia or vaginal warts, it's just another day. Beaten till her hole is filled, but another John comes crawling. Beaten till her purse is full, the pimp's fist does the talking. An ugly man, a married man, with some money to ease his lonely. A car park ride where it's dark to hide, and it's so far from homely. The winter snow, a wind that blows, so cold it cuts the senses. A body so thin, dressed in nothing, she no longer knows what no is. The hunger bites in a car's headlight, she needs some money to buy some dinner. The heroin is just another something she needs to drown her sinner. So Susie walked and Susie talked, a violent halo above her head. And it falls to earth, and she's in the dirt in another stranger's bed. We don't all have happy lives, do we? And we need to think about those who are struggling. That's very important, that. Very important. Oh, a war. A war poem. How cheery. I was thinking about this earlier, about poetry and COVID and things like that. And, they're writing poems in the trenches, weren't they? Wilfred Owen and Siegfried Sassoon and many others of them. And thing to be doing, you know, to be creating amongst all that destruction. You know, what a thing to be doing, and trying to tell people what it was like in a emotional way rather than a factual way. Very, very, very brave people. Very brave people indeed. Why they're there though? Why they're there is another thing altogether, isn't it? And it's usually because of lies. You know, we're usually embroiled in something quite horrific over lies and deceit. So this one is about from World War One, and it was about a particular person, but I really have to readdress it because things have changed. But it's basically about the British High Command shooting cowards and deserters in World War One, or who they perceived to be deserters and cowards. World War One. No king fights, but the countries fight to the death. Face it like men, good must triumph, and if the enemy don't shoot you, then we will. Gone in a second, after a salvo for days, the mines breaking like the earth, crawling through open sewers, tangled up in guts and best friends and barbed wire on barbed wire. Driven insane with fear, the far-off general waves his butcher's pen to punish and dispel the 16-year-old coward, 2 years too early to serve, who was tied to a stake, doused in morphine, doused in alcohol, had a white cloth patch put over his heart. The order to shoot was given. Give them mercy, give them love, not the coup de grace. Wore a white cloth patch over your heart for Herbert Borden, who was just a boy. I do have to apologise. I'm reading so badly, but that's what you get live. You know what? You turn up at a pub and you don't really like the support act, but you like the one after him. So I'm just a bit of padding. Literally, I'm just a bit of padding. The Black Marauder, I think, because I enjoy reading this one. I'm proud of this one. I don't know why I'm proud of this one. I just am, and it's a fantasy tale of a slave ship, a colonial slave ship that overcame its crew and got themselves fitted out as a pirate ship, and were going around teasing British frigates so that they could sink them. A bit of justice. Saltwater black, canvas and grape, the ensign it flew in the wind. Roped arm a lash, crewman the masts, we're hunting at sea again. The signal came through, we set sail at noon, stores primed, ready and waiting. The horizon it beckoned, to victory we reckoned, our prize was the Black Marauder. Rum tot comes soon, 3 sheets to the wind, the gunpowder still lit all right. Too drunk to care, 8 bells nowhere, the spirits they sailed with us that night. The stars they came out, when up went the shout, not far from the coast of Cordoba. The steel it was cold, but the grog made us bold, sail ho, it's the Black Marauder. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to. I do apologise quite profusely. I'm not up to doing this. I'm gonna have to stop here. I'm afraid. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Everything's okay. I just can't do this at the moment. And I think I shall thank you, and I hope you have an enjoyable rest of your evening. Because you've got Owen coming up next. Owen Brindley. And he'll play some music for us so we can forget all about this. This didn't happen. And I wrote down who else was playing. But, Del Scott Miller. Thank you, Del Scott Miller. Thank you, Jeremy Goldstein, for his div. Thank you, me, for interviewing Jeremy Goldstein. Thank you, Alex, Igor and Rachel, and all for the Punk for the Homeless family. And please donate if you can, because it would be very nice. And take care and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Goodbye.